to all the new.
All right, welcome to the show. Hi, Mr. Mission. Hi, Trey. Good to see you. Elon Musk is sending Tom Cruise to space. So, okay. Well, that's interesting. Maybe he can stay there, right? This is the latest on the AI. Let's see what it did. Give me a second. Oh, okay. I have a problem with playing other people's videos. I can show some of it, though, maybe. They strike me every time. So what are we discussing in here? Google's new robots, AI video to video chat GPT-01. AI is more creative than humans. Let's see. Notebook lets you listen to a conversation about your sources. Let me turn off the volume here. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't play other people's videos. I can discuss it. Yeah, I can show you my list of YouTube strikes for just showing stuff, Yeah, I'll have to look at that later. I was going to pull up a couple of news articles. Those are safe. And a Google search. So I wasn't going to. I have to avoid stuff so much now. It's ridiculous. Hope the notification goes out. Please share me out. We don't get. It's a long video. Okay. Please share me out. We don't get notifications out very often, so there's a link if anybody wants to come up and chat. But we're on Springfield right now. Is this the Simpsons Springfield? I was looking through Simpsons episodes. I suppose you all know what's happening, or apparently happening, in Springfield, Ohio. Let's see if we can. Let's see if it'll even give me the search. So, what was it? Ducks in Springfield, Ohio. They'll probably won't. Okay. Images. Let's see. They don't have the. Oh, there we go. There's the image right there. So we have people going down to their local park and gathering up geese. Yeah, there are a lot of Springfields. There's probably one in every state. Microsoft Capital. I don't know what that is. I'm just wondering if Homer has the reactor core on lockdown or not. So in Springfield, they're running afoul in Springfield, Trey. Now this isn't. I don't think they're doing apartment takeovers or things like that in Springfield, but I'm not sure. But I was looking through all of the. Where are we there? Google. No, that's not it. There we are. The Simpsons episodes to see if we could find anything that predicted this from The Simpsons. It's always a funny thing to do. So, motorcycle gang, nothing. There's Springfield versus the Dolphins. I don't know if that's relevant. Bart takes over Springfield Elementary. Me. Homer versus the Mafia. Oh, a Simpsons movie trailer. Okie dokie. Didn't see that and won't be seeing that. Simpsons predict Haitians eating everything. Let's try that search. That would be a great episode, though. Somebody should do an AI episode of that. Simpsons edict? No. Simpsons edict. Simpsons meme goes viral after Trump falsely claims pets are being eaten in Springfield debate. So, okay. Let's see. Trump claims Haitian migrants in Springfield are eating cats and dogs. Debate. Residents in Springfield, Ohio react to accusations of migrants eating pets. They're all year long. I hear the people are feeding off of those wild animals. Okay, so in that one, yes. Preposterous. Today's Haitians, tomorrow maybe Sudanese or whatever. I read an article, a news article that I'll show you in a moment. It was pretty funny. City of Springfield response to Donald Trump's debate comments. Okay, dokie. JD Vance on Haitian immigrants before eating pets tweet. Springfield residents immigrant responds. I think I can show that. Well, I'm sorry, but the picture of that man going down the street kind of says different, doesn't it? Now, I'm sure that there are plenty of people in Springfield that haven't seen any Haitians eating pets and wildlife, but that doesn't mean that that's not happening. Like, I've never seen a shootout in my city, but they happen. That, you know, just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Don't eat memes are hilarious. Yeah. Geomagnetic storm. Oh, nice. Tis easier rich than poor. No kidding. Yeah. They've got plenty of money. They can buy stuff. They've got lots of government money and NGO money. You know, they don't have to pay for their residents. Yeah, I don't know why they call them why illegals immigrate. Well, they do it because apparently a lot of them are just economic migrants. Better buy beer and whiskey. Yeah. Hi, Dragon Sage. How you tell me? Government pet project. Yeah. Well, yeah. In China, they went around door to door during the pandemic and collected all the animals in bags. So, yeah, some absinthe. There you go. So, yeah, they might be doing something different. Think you have enough weed? Okay. Can you make it through the apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse? Have you got enough for that? Hi, Karen. Smooches. Yeah, wormwood's good stuff. Yeah. Anti-parasite. Yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. This is Bizarro World, yeah. This was a funny article. Just the wording of it, you can see the Trump derangement syndrome. Okay, in Springfield, Ohio, threats leave Haitian residents shaken. So it's not the people, that are, it's the Haitian residents that are shaken. Tensions hang over the city after a week of closings and lockdowns. In the strain of recent months has led to some Haitian immigrants, illegal immigrants, to consider moving to bigger cities. Oh no, you mean 1,200 people coming into one city of one specific group isn't good when they don't when they're not acclimatized to the society? After a week that saw schools, businesses, and city hall closed in Springfield. Why was it closed? What was the threat? Oh, by bomb threats. Okay. This week began with 2 of the city's hospitals going on lockdown in a sweep of both facilities Saturday morning, but the new threats only added to the unease hanging over the city. The former president, Donald J. Trump, here's the Trump derangement dragged into the race for the White House. I see, because the people were all fine with what was going on before that. But you see, they don't tell us who did these bomb threats. Bomb threats. Oh no. Well, who were they by? They're not going to tell you that, because that's not a point they want you to know, right? So we're Haitians are scared, and now there's bomb threats is what you're supposed to take away from this, and it's Trump's fault for mentioning that people are eating pets and public animals. Hey, Dino.
Hey, I just seen you sharing the thing about the Simpsons, and I thought, oh, I've got something, and I don't know how else to get it to you, and I think I'm going to see if I can put it in the back chat
All right.
and see if I can add this link. Hang on a minute.
Hmm. I'm not even sharing the article here. Sorry. Yeah, this was funny. I love the programming put in this. You see what they add to it and what they omit. I haven't seen any Haitians declaring their feeling of being threatened or in danger. Hate or shaken. They're shaken. That's what it is. They're not threatened or in danger. They're shaken. Okay. So yeah, most of the although even though most of them are in the United States legally, well, that's not really true as far as I've heard, but it could be. The increasingly hostile rhetoric from Mr. Trump. What hostile rhetoric? He said they're eating pets in Ohio, in Springfield, Ohio, and it just showed you I've seen the video evidence, and I just showed you the picture. Some extreme organizations. Hold on. Other politicians and some extremist organizations. Which extremist organizations? Wouldn't you name them? They're leaving this all very open, right? Has
Yeah.
shaken some of the thousands of Haitians who have settled in Springfield in recent years. So extremist organizations. Could it be their own extremist organizations have shaken their own community? Because they're not telling us who. They're trying to allude to it's not Haitians, but in the overall of it, the Haitians are in a state of what? What was it? Shaken. They're shaken. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go on here now. Increasingly hostile rhetoric. Honestly, I don't feel safe. It's not good right now, says John Patrick, 40, who moved to Springfield 4 years ago with his wife and 2 daughters. Well, that would be the exception because most of the people I've seen come have been just predominantly young men, 17, 12 to 24, 30. So why aren't we interviewing one of them? We're interviewing a family. That's why, because you're supposed to uh, feel for them in a certain way, right? So I love the programming in this. So he doesn't feel safe. He's 40, right? He's not even the same age as most of the people coming here. Most of the people coming here are like 37, 12 to 30, and they're men, not families. He was part of the early wave. Yeah, the wave that got us used to the idea of, oh, we're saving a bunch of families. That's why. Early wave of Haitian arrivals attracted to the city by plentiful jobs, 12,000 jobs in a small city. I don't think so. And affordable housing. There's the key, right? They found some good empty blocks they could fill. Estimates of the number of Haitians who have arrived in recent years range from 12 to 20,000. Amazing. Tensions between longtime residents and more recent arrivals have been building before the nation's spotlight landed on the city about 5 miles from Dayton. So they are saying that there has been problems. Kind of honest of them. Even as the Haitian migrants have been welcomed by employers and injected energy into fading neighborhoods, the arrival of thousands of people in a short period of time has strained schools, and some government services. Yes, it has. Then a fatal crash killed an 11-year-old boy last year when his school bus was struck by a minivan driven by a Haitian migrant, and testified anger over the growing immigration problem. Well, they just issue them licenses, I heard. They don't really give them driving tests and instruction. So I love the way they kind of skew this. They don't tell you who the extremists are, because if it was white nationalists or right wing, they would have said it was right wing extremists, right? They're not giving any examples of how the Haitian community are shaken. So that's pretty funny. Springfield, Missouri is fairly large. What's the population of Springfield, Ohio? Let's check that out. Okay. Oh, my keyboard's not working. There we go. Well, that's pretty low population. Oh, let's see, 58,000. So how many did they put in there? 1,000? Well, it's not too bad. It is a lot of people. 2% or more. Nothing like what they've done in Canada. So 10,000. Let's see. How many Haitians have moved there? They don't really tell you in this article. Let's go back. Let's see. Palpitations. Yeah, 12 to 15,000. That's a huge part of the population. They just need meth and they will quit eating everything. Yep, maybe. Yeah, they're still coming in, so it'll be 20K new ones, right?
I put that link in the back chat. Hopefully, it'll open from you.
Let's see
It
what
may.
hidden history.
It's a group I'm in Telegram.
Says open on Telegram. Okay.
Apparently, Homer starts stocking up. He creates a bunker. He starts stocking it up, and he's preparing for an event where all the internet's likely to go down. And the reference to it is the Carrington event that happened in the 1880s.
Okay. Turn your mic on, Paula, so I can edit you.
I turned it down in the program on my device, so I don't know if it helped.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Dean.
How are you?
Everyone.
There we go. That's good.
I should be sleeping, but I'm awake, so that's how I'm doing.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a fun topic, Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 12 to 15,000. So, I thought that's, what does that make it? Say it was 12,000, so that takes it from 58 to 70. That's a huge percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've seen the TikTok videos where they're grilling cats, so.
Yeah.
They're what?
Strung up in trees. They're grilling cats. Like cats.
Oh, my God.
Here's a twisted.
Pets. That's the thing. They're people's pets. But,
twisted event. My husband saw a video I didn't want to see where some guy was eating a living cat.
Oh dear.
Eating it alive, so eating it dead.
I know. Hi,
Eating it
Nina.
until dead.
The cat thing is just that's what I'm here for, Nina, a distraction at the moment. As I said, I thought the cat thing would be a fun topic. That's all. It is a symptom of a greater thing going on, but everything's pretty much a distraction, Nina. The only thing that's really important is the control grid they're putting in over and around us. And nobody's really paying attention to that. And I can't focus on that constantly because people get bored with it. So.
Well, that and YouTube will frown on it.
Yeah, they don't much like me at the moment.
Nah.
I don't think they like any of us, really.
No, we're all on the list. Yeah, we've been having a couple of foggy days, Nina. I don't know if it's fog or if they're spraying us or what. Could be a combination of both, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Maureen said yesterday that she felt like there was more ringing in her ears than she felt the day before. And I says, yeah, you know what? I think I'm connecting with that.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if, like, 'cause you get a lot of these ads, they say, oh, have you got tinnitus? You should go and see a doctor. It's life-threatening and such. And well, I don't know whether it is or not, but tinnitus or that ringing in your ear, there's a big difference. The different types of ringing too,
Yep.
And
If you want to hop.
some, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just talking to Nina for a second.
Okay. Yeah, and it was just. I mean, I've joined these Telegram groups. Hidden History is one that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracies, theorists, and all this sort of stuff. But it's interesting just to get these different videos coming through. One that was sent to me this morning was about the production of nitrous oxide, right?
Yeah.
And how you can produce your own nitrous oxide, and how if you use a technique where you hum, but you hum not through your mouth, through your nose, and that builds up like a renaissance, a
Oh,
resonance.
yeah.
Resonance within your mind, within your head, within your head and your nose cavity, and that resonance builds up nitrous oxide. Now,
Oh,
that's an interesting little thing, yeah.
yeah. So if you do any of the mantras, they all pretty much end with with your mouth closed and you making the sound through your nasal cavity.
Yes, and then the technique then is Max to breathe in through your nose, so you're taking all that nitrous oxide into your lungs.
Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting. Laughing gas. Yeah. Keep you in a good mood, eh?
Well, the thing is, I think yes, laughing gas, but it's also it helps to dilate your blood vessels. It strengthens the flow in your blood,
Yeah.
and it helps with heart problems. So
I
yeah,
take a supplement that puts nitrous oxide into the system, but that's a much more natural way.
yeah. Well, a lady was. We had some friends stop over. Friends of Maureen's came and visited us last week, and the lady is suffering. She's struggling to find to breathe properly and to get proper oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine, he said to me, "Why don't you just go down to the dive shop and hire yourself a gas an oxygen bottle and just use it like that. Take it home and use it like that."
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
There are these portable ones now, portable oxygen generators.
Okay.
Yeah, too. They're battery powered. They last a long time. Yeah. Here, let me show you. That's pretty cool. Might be something we have to do.
Well, it's a possibility, Max. We've got to think about these things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imogen. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Can't remember the name of it. Oh,
But I'm preparing a pine needle tea at the moment for myself.
yeah, here, just like these things. They're portable
Nice.
oxygen generators.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
There's mini portable oxygen concentrator. Oh, that's the 3-liter lightweight. So they're around a couple $100 to a couple thousand.
I don't think you can buy oxygen unless it's by prescription, though, can you?
Yeah, you can buy oxygen at hiking stores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could also buy it if you're at a welding store.
Oh,
You get a
interesting.
big old tank of
Okay.
it. Get a big welding tank of it.
Oh, nice, though. Nice.
Mm.
But of course, they charge far too much for it. It has
No,
to
They
cost a
do.
lot for you to be able to breathe.
it's not that expensive.
Couple $100.
Well,
It's pretty expensive for me.
these things last forever. These things produce their own oxygen.
Oh,
You
they produce their own. Well,
Yeah, you don't buy a
that's
tank with this. It just runs on battery power.
So it harvests the
It's
oxygen in the air.
a concentrator. It's probably got a filter, a CO2 filter, and probably
have to
just
look into
purifies
that.
the air down to oxygen, separates it that way. Right, Mr. Obvious.
Some days I feel like I could use some extra oxygen in my blood.
Absolutely, Paula. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get liquid oxygen pretty easy too.
Right now I have what's called a snake plant in my bedroom where I sleep. At night it gives off oxygen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. Long, skinny leaf with bits of yellow on it.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. I got one for my bedroom because it gives off oxygen at night when you're supposed to be in there sleeping. So
Is it a spider plant?
I think they do too. There's some at least that give
Okay.
off oxygen. There are a few different kinds of plants that give off oxygen at night. If anyone out there is having trouble breathing, I would say get yourself one of those plants. It does help. I've had it for months now, and it really helps.
So they're saying here that 15 to 20,000 Haitian residents have moved into a town of 60,000. So, yeah, that's huge. That's a third
It
of the
is.
population. What is that? 33% of the 33.3% of the population.
Huh?
I thought Canada was bad. We took on 10% over the past 4 years. But that's 33%. That's huge. That's ridiculous.
It is. It's too much at once. Clearly, they're trying to break the system.
Right? Yeah, the ones at the welding shops are the same as the ones at the hospital. Yeah. Same oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones they're admitting to. And that's just Haitians. Like they've got people coming in from other places as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It
every
is
other
just the
country
Haitians.
that's out there
Yeah.
that's sending people here. Like how many Venezuelans are there? How many Chinese? How many, Palestinians? That doesn't even count for that. So it could be up to half of their population is new illegal immigrants, even though, okay, like the article says, some of them are quite legitimate, but, they're not going to talk to the ones that aren't, right? Obviously. So that guy probably came legitimately, with a family anyways, maybe not legitimately, but he came with a family. But the majority of people coming are not coming with their families. You look at the Darien Pass and all that down there, and it's 100 men and 1 woman, usually a Chinese woman, and she's obviously here from China, which you don't escape from. So they let her go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the story is that you can't escape from there. But hello, we've got a lot of people coming there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of Chinese in Canada right now. And we're training them, apparently. Our government's got exercises with the Chinese they did in the past. So that's all I'll say on that. But
Well, look at that post that Paula put up the other day. Was it the revolutionary Chinese? Is it what was that? How did that go, Paula?
I don't remember which video you're talking about.
I think it was something about the revolutionary communists, something for America.
I don't know. I
Hi,
put up
Steve.
a lot of videos. I'm tired
It
right
might not
now.
have been you.
Sorry,
It
I
might not
can't
have
help.
been you. Sorry, it might not have been you.
Yeah. Nope, I can't think. I put up a lot of short videos that are just.
What was it about there?
little-
Do you know? Just describe it. Don't
Well,
try to.
it was actually it was just a big sign to say that the communist it was like a meeting, and it was the sign said revolutionary communist some Oh, well, I'm going to have to go and find it now.
Yes, please. I'm on my tablet. I can't. If I do, I'll get kicked out of here.
Oh, good for you, Steve. You got a new communist prime minister. Yeah, we have a Trump. He's going to be pretty much a fascist. That's the way it goes. Whatever you want to call our current government, it's going to be a continuation of that. It'll be the same thing under Trump too. You get some cheaper fuel, they'll throw you some baubles. Here you go, jingle the keys in front of you for a while. Try to distract you, you know.
Yeah.
So
I might have to duck off and see if I can find it, and I'll come back.
there was
Okay,
actually
thank
somebody
you.
who spoke out. I think I might have saved it. No, I didn't. It was the Tucker Carlson brief about the spending. Somebody, Mitch,
Thank you.
somebody in your Congress spoke up and said, you know what? I refuse to take part in this charade anymore, this act. You guys are passing this bill that you should be looking at in 12 parts, but you're going to do it as an omnibus bill. You do this every year. It's the same damn thing. The left will have this ridiculous bill with all these ridiculous things. The right will make some noise, but you know what? Eventually, in the end, you're just going to pass it anyways. You should be taking each one of these things, each one of these parts of this bill, and doing them individually and having them voted upon and looked at individually. But to get your crap through, you just basically do this, the omnibus bill.
Yeah.
And he called it all out about basically the uniparty and all that. I hope that gets some traction somewhere and that I see it again. I should have saved it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah. They do tell us what's going on. It's unfortunate we don't speak. Most people don't speak out more.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, how long is this going to go on before something happens? Somebody actually does something. It's like watching a slow train wreck.
Yeah. Paying to train Chinese troops for cold weather warfare. Yeah, exactly. They've got their own cold weather. They took over the mountains in Nepal there. They can go and practice there on their own. But we're going to pay for that too.
Yeah.
We get to pay for everything. We're doing great, We're just spitting out money like a nutcracker.
Like a printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Virgo birthday, Loretta. Oh, yeah. It's Loretta Virgo. That's awesome. Be my birthday on Tuesday. I'll be an older Virgo. Virgo still. Where is it? Leo now. No. I'm actually by the date that I was born on is still Virgo in either sidereal or Western astrology. So I'm a Virgo in both.
Yes, because it's really tall or long constellation. It's not a short, squatty one. So yeah.
And I'll be born on a Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday, and my birthday today this year is on a Tuesday.
I was born on a Tuesday.
Were you?
Oh.
I didn't realize. I know we were both born in 1968, but I didn't realize we were both also born on a Tuesday.
You got a crush on all Virgos. I don't know if that's a good thing there, Emmett.
Well, I found the article. I'll just read out what I've got on. If you can still hear me.
Yes.
The article the article says this is happening in Canada. Revolutionary Communists of America.
Yeah, the Revolutionary Communists of America. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
Yep.
and so it's just a big hall where a lot of people are actually clapping.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like they're really happy that it's going to arrive.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, they're training them up here and then sending them down to you guys is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're priming them up to be good American citizens soon. Yeah.
Sure. Right. Uh-huh.
My birthday's on a full moon eclipse. Cool.
Full moon eclipse. When's the next one?
Well, Nina says Tuesday.
Yeah, if you have a look at that what they call the Carrington event. Oh, next Tuesday. Crikey. Yeah, if you have a look at that thing about the Carrington event, that happened in 1880. Apparently, it was a solar ejection,
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and they that's what apparently the predictions for the Simpsons was all about. Okay,
Yeah.
a solar projection that would be equal to that of the Carrington event.
There was a Simpsons episode like that.
Yeah, that was in that link I was trying to share you, Max, for Hidden
Oh,
History.
okay. Yeah, I was having trouble opening it, so I was going to do it later.
Yeah.
Oh, it was giving you shit opening it, huh?
Well, it wants me to do a whole bunch of
Other crap
stuff.
to get there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap. Some of these places, they want you to join the bloody group before you
Yeah,
can
I'm not
share
sure if I'm
anything.
going to be able to see it because it seems to want me to do a QR code or something.
Right, yeah.
I don't do those.
Yeah, nor do I. Yeah, don't
Me
worry about
neither,
it.
too.
Actually, if you put your email in the back chat, Max, I'll send you the link that way.
Yeah, I'd love to hook up to that way.
Yeah. And you too, Paul. If you send me your email as well, that'd be great. Just get a pen and paper here.
I think we're already hooked up in Gmail.
That was with my old phone. I can't find it, that
Oh,
one.
that's right.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
right. I got to give it to you again, huh?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
doing a show on the pole shift. See, there again, I think that's another distraction that they're trying to use to scare us with. You're going to end up in a new ice age. It's going to be a pole shift.
Yeah.
The sun's
I
going
don't
to
buy
rain
it.
down fire on you. There's a comet coming.
Yep.
It just never ends, you know.
Nope.
If I were to follow what had happened throughout my lifetime, I'd be living underwater with acid rain coming down on me. There'd be no trees, no oil, and pretty much everybody be dead. Now we've got the highest population ever, and more trees, and well, we're not using it, but more oil than ever. We were running out of that too.
And yet they reckon oil's the most available thing in the ground.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We got 100 years of it that we know of up here. 100 years worth of it.
Sister G is in the back.
Oh, hi, G.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Smoking and G.
Good to see you.
And my email is there, Dean.
Yes, I was just getting that. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, the freak. You a good Jesus freak? Nice. We're 300 years overdue. Yeah, and they've got us due for what was that? Yosemite there to blow up, right? Virgos can be dark, yeah. I can sink to the dark side pretty deep there, Steve. I try to do it with a sense of humor these days. Could be why they're getting bunkers ready. I think they're just going to irradiate us, and they don't want to be above ground for that.
I agree.
You know, even if they were just going to test a system to take control of your mind, or screw your brain up, or turn you into a zombie, I wouldn't want to be above ground for that. That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that a bunker isn't gonna. I don't know what a bunker will actually save you from now. We know it won't save you from war because they have bunker busters. They can go deep, deep, deep down. Russia already proved that. A Carrington event, if the Earth shakes, so it'd have to be a really special bunker. And being underground is often a bad place, but sometimes it's good. Depends on how stable the structure underground is. For tidal waves, it's pretty good, I guess. Maybe if the Earth scorched, it's pretty good for some stuff. Yeah, if we survived it before. Well, there's probably people underground already. There's lots of domes and stuff all over the planet, so we know the military will be fine. Right? They have to have a continuation of governance. Their first priority. Not you.
No, of course. No.
Yeah.
They can't keep the system in place then.
Yeah. Oh, we lost G.
I was wondering why she wasn't having audio and I wasn't hearing her.
Yeah. Let me post the link again for you, G.
That kept doing it to me when I tried to join her from my computer. I couldn't hear you guys, but my audio was working fine. What the hell, StreamYard? From my computer, I couldn't get the audio and me hearing you guys to work at the same time.
Weird.
But on my craptacular tablet, I can.
Okay.
And when I go and check my device, it works fine.
Wait,
And
you're
when I
on
check
stage.
my own StreamYard, it's fine.
Sorry, everybody. I was having mic problems.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course you were, like I was yesterday. Remember? That's what it was doing to me yesterday, sister.
Yeah, it's like, okay. So I was really intrigued with this conversation. Remember back in the aughts, they came out with a movie called The Uncomfortable Truth or something like that, where right about now, 2024, we're supposed to be in an ice age.
Yeah.
Brr.
Yeah. I think all these disasters are a hoax just to keep us scared, and because you want people scared constantly of something, right? Whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever your hook is, you can get into them, go for it, right? And there's lots in what we call the truther community, Mandela effect, global warming is theirs, right? But they project that into the truther community with all of these, the pole shift, ice age, tidal waves,
Yeah.
Nibiru's going around, going to rip us apart. What other things can you think of? There's probably lots.
There's a big old asteroid headed our way too. 60
Oh yeah,
miles
Apophis.
higher, so
Apophis
60
is gonna
stories high. Apophis, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doomed. We're doomed.
We are. No,
We are.
no,
We're constantly doomed, right?
Yeah. Now, seriously, here today, we have to worry about people eating geese in the park, and
Yeah. That's
Yeah. Don't pay your taxes. We're going to come with you. We're going to come at you with, the bang bangs. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Eating geese in the park. Well, that's funny because I mean, it's not well. It's not funny, but it just goes to show that like what people do. I mean, when we were young, you could go and get a free meal at the park by getting a duck. You know.
Oh yeah, you get
Uh,
it right here.
Yeah, Morgan,
Yeah.
an inconvenient truth. That's what it was. And what was his name?
Yes.
The senator. Oh
Gore.
God,
Al Gore.
Gore.
Al Gore.
What a bunch of BS.
Totally. What was his last thing? Oh yeah, global warming is like 600 nuclear bombs going off every day.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I saw this really good documentary where a man was talking to a panel of 7 environmental agency experts.
Okay.
And he asked them, he said, how much carbon monoxide right now is in the air? And they gave him guess of 5% and 7% and all of this. And he says, no. He says, we have 0.04% carbon monoxide in the air. And at 0.02, the plants start to die because they don't have enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And they want
Thank you
zero
very much.
carbon.
Exactly, for putting that out, because that's actually a real phenomenon. You actually need to pump carbon into your glass house because there's not enough carbon in the atmosphere for
Yeah.
tomatoes to grow. For tomatoes to grow.
Yes.
Right.
No. All of the cannabis growers use carbon monoxide bottles. Yes.
Well, they
Yeah.
tailor it too for different countries. Like in the Netherlands, it's a different gas that they're fighting. Some places it's methane, some places it's nitrogen, or I can't remember what the Netherlands is fighting, but yeah. So basically, all of the gases of life, like the CO2, is what they pump into uh, greenhouses.
Yeah.
We were told once before that Cuba, or I think it was Cuba, there's one South American country that was building towers to pump CO2 into the rainforest to make it grow better. Then another article came out and said, oh no, they're building these towers to measure CO2. So it could be either, but it looked like it had a spray nozzle on it, like an emitter of some sort.
What the hell good does that do when they're just setting it on fire as well?
I don't know. Well, they could grow more wood. It'd be more profitable.
There was actually a company in Canada many years ago. I think this has got to be 20 odd years ago now, that was actually pumping all their CO2 from their factories out into a forestry block. And it was an experimental block where they had pipelines that were going right underneath the trees.
Mhm.
And they found that the trees' growth increased in these areas where where this carbon dioxide was pumped into.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
I mean, that was years ago, before the bloody hype really got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you grow cannabis, you supply with CO2.
Yeah.
Yep, burning propane. So I think those towers were burning propane. They didn't say whether it was or wasn't. There are other ways you can chemically create CO2 too.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm pumping THC into my system. That's for sure.
But you grew with some CO2,
She's
right?
awake.
Yes.
That's what she's doing.
I lit some CO2 to get the
Yeah.
THC.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, while you're all here, speaking of all this, what do you think of the nuclear bomb, Balamba? Do you think it's another scare tactic, or did they really invent one?
It's a scare tactic as far as I've seen, because
Mhm. I've never seen
I
one
did an
used.
entire episode on that, on the evidence for or against a nuclear bomb, and even like the things they present us, the picture evidence that they use in their shock videos, um, don't add up to a nuclear bomb. And then reports of military surveyors going over the blast site claim that they saw sulfur burns that looked like carpet bombing. So it's probably
Yeah.
conventional weapons.
Yeah, you know those little movies that we grew up on, and it showed that it would take out like
Yes,
houses and really
I'm
look at
thinking
those movies
CGI.
again. Yeah, look at those again because they are so fake.
There's a
Yeah,
car or there's a truck that suddenly appears in the middle of the video.
Oh,
Yeah, if you look at the front of the building, it's in behind the building. You'll see the front end of the truck sticking out on the right-hand side. And it's not in the beginning of the video, but it is at the end, like
yeah.
in the middle before the blast wave hits.
No, and also ask who's taking the video, who's the cameraman, because that doesn't move at all.
Yeah, how did the film survive a
damn
nuclear
it.
blast?
Uh-huh.
You're
And
so
and doesn't even
right.
shake. It doesn't even shake.
Mm.
Well, thank you for pulling the wool off of my eyes on
Yeah, one of
that
the
one.
first people working with the nuclear reactors apparently handled the rods without any shielding, swam in the cooling pools, and didn't have any troubles from it.
Exactly, Max.
Wow.
Hey, Charles, there's a link up there if you want to pop up.
Charles, come in. Come on, Charles. You can do it. Get in here.
Yeah. They sure have bamboozled us for a long time, have they not?
They have, yeah.
Yes, they have. Wow.
My plants are
Why
taking.
didn't I ever think of that? Wow.
Yeah, it took somebody smarter than me to point that out to me. Okay. It was like forever I bought the whole story, hook and line and sinker. And yeah, and then I went, you're right. And these movies are so fake. They're little miniatures something's blowing them up. I mean, and you know what I also find very interesting is the two cities, Nagasaki and
Mhm.
Hiroshima. Those towns are thriving today. Nagasaki builds Mazda
Yep,
cars.
they
That's
are.
their big
Right.
thing. Yeah,
So
they're
I
fine.
thought they were supposed to be uninhabitable for thousands of years.
Yeah. Nope. They're
Nope,
thriving. Everything's
apparently not.
good.
Yeah, yeah. You can't. You just crack a window. Yeah, that'll fix it. You know. Yeah, it is. It's all scare tactics, right? You don't. If you're a happy human being, you're going to be healthy, and they don't want you happy.
Exactly.
No,
Yes.
you'll get ideas.
Mm-hmm. Your brain will start working. Your pineal. You might
Mhm.
start connecting with other people. You might start. You know.
Yeah, having the energy to actually get out there and do something about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, they've ran a really good one, and the world really has been upside down for a long time. We just are now somehow, I don't know if
Most of it.
I don't know if a creator just made us aware or what. But go ahead.
I don't
It's
know.
always been upside
It
down
was
for me.
they were putting it on us when we were kids in school. It was the environment when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Believe it or you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, they've taken it to the next level with the kids, though. Social
Yeah.
engineering wise, right? So either it's do or die right now. Apparently there aren't a huge percentage of kids, like not in my city anyways, that are going for the social engineering. Like critical race theory didn't fly in my city. There was a few other masking in schools that didn't fly in my city. So, the amount of people uptaking this social engineering amongst the native population here, at least in Canada, is pretty low compared to California, where they say that 1 in 4 kids now identify as something, whatever,
And
right?
it's the adults, Max Vision. It's
I
not
know.
just it's the adults that go along with this, and they believe. Oh my gosh, I'd say 1 in 3 adult Californians are so cray cray. You
Yeah.
don't want to talk to them more than 2 minutes because you see it.
My son's a BIPOC dolphin, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
did,
and I'm putting him
did
through
you just,
Dolphin College.
yeah, and you
I mean,
just
they
want
just
some social credit for this.
mhm. No, they are. They're very superficial in their
Yeah.
thinking. These people. I can tell you a long story that just happened to me here with a California woman, but I won't because it's too long. But yeah,
Okay.
they're very superficial, and you can see it. And you're just going, oh, I can't wait to stop talking to this person.
Yeah.
NPC.
Oh, hold on a second. Got to close the door.
And
Charles,
it's
come
all
up.
around us. It's all around us. I mean, you go to town, and some days that people are having a conversation on the street. You think, oh well, I'll join the conversation, see if what we can get out of it. You get about 2 minutes, and you think, nah, bugger this. These buggers are not going to see nothing.
Exactly. You see it. You're
Yeah.
going, oh, yeah, we're in two different worlds here. We are just, we're occupying some kind of similar space, but we're really not sharing it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still amazed at that. 30% of their population. They've increased their population by 30%. I'm amazed.
Who is this? I must have missed something.
Springfield, Ohio, just the Haitians alone are
Oh, a
30%,
third. Yeah.
or 1/3 of their population
Yeah,
in
it's
4 years.
ridiculous.
That is insane.
It's not going to last. It really isn't. I would say out of the Vasioners that came there, I would say maybe 1 in 6 might stay. Because after a fashion, you need to get stabilized. You need to work. You need a place to stay. You need all, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm very selective about who I help anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
they
I
do
don't
get
mean to
a
sound
boatload of
terrible, but
money. They've got money. Like it's
not
not they're not doing this because of a lack of money, apparently. This is just these are delicacies in their country.
Yeah.
oh, ours too. By
Oh, yeah.
George,
Yeah, I'd
come
love to
on.
eat goose every day. That'd be beautiful. It's
Oh, I
beautiful,
would love to go out bird
beautiful.
hunting here and just bring it home fresh at
Yeah. Oh, you
night.
should see the geese we have. Gosh, we have
I'm
Canada geese everywhere. They walk right up to you.
Yes, but if you
I
want to eat it,
grab
you better
that
get a
neck
license.
snap, take my dinner home, and woohoo!
Yes.
I
Yeah, go
stopped
Yeah,
down
paying
here.
for meat too. Why am I paying,
think about
$20
it.
for a steak every night when I should be just eating goose,
Yeah.
you know?
And we do that
Goose
really
over
because of
top.
civility. It's to keep us civil, you know. So you're not going after your neighbor's cat. I
In fact,
Well,
mean,
the thing is
my
in
husband.
Canada, if you kill a Canada goose, they can take your house, your car, and put you in jail for like 5, 10 years.
good,
Yes, my
Really?
good.
husband and I were talking about that. It was like you have to have a license. If you're an American, you have to have a license to hunt in season.
Hmm.
Yes,
So, but they're not
for a
getting in
reason.
trouble for hunting out of season. So then they better not vote because they're not Americans that are able to vote, but Americans that can hunt out of season without getting in trouble for it at the same time. Not on my watch.
Well, and they can drive without actually passing a driving test because that's apparently
Yeah.
to give them just a vote.
No, I've seen him. I've seen him on the roads. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So they've already
You can.
taken, those guys aren't going to cast a ballot at all. That's already being done for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll
Yep.
just harvest all those ballots. and that'll be done, right?
Right, true.
Yeah, it is really unbalanced here. And I really wonder if the whomever's over there in Washington Devil's Circle
Mhm.
want us to get mad. Is that what they're after with all of this? They just want us to
They're
get so
trying to piss
mad?
us off.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, because any action of rebuttal against it will be hammered down on relentlessly.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you'll be the example.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
I
problem.
was the example last time I was here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still the problem. But you know,
Me
problem,
too.
reaction, solution. Yeah, they're pulling something here. But these
Mhm.
people, they will not last in these towns unless they want to actually get in there, find a McDonald's job, and
Yeah.
sorry, I'm sorry.
oh, that's okay.
Emmett was upset about the picture. He says, I've seen enough of that.
Yeah, I've seen enough of all of that
I'm
too.
with
My
Emmett.
gosh.
I agree. I was getting sick of looking at that monster too.
It didn't bother me, but okay.
Well, and
Well, I've
also
seen
too,
it plenty on TikTok flying by as I flip through.
yeah, it's all on the news. But there again, is that a real picture? We don't know. That's how messed up it is. I don't know what's real from fake anymore.
No, it's a real picture because I saw the real video.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it is
Yes,
real.
so there you go.
No, it is happening, you know.
okay. They're just having a early
Well, yeah,
goose Thanksgiving. I
yeah.
see.
But again, like I
Yeah.
was saying, it's a small percentage of the population probably doing this. Like it's
Yeah.
not the majority, I would bet. You know, I'm sure most Haitians aren't running around chomping on people's pets and stuff like that. But there is a certain percentage of them that are. You know, it's like I was saying, there's shootings that happen downtown, but I haven't been involved or seen one. It doesn't mean they don't happen. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering because everything it just seems so, you know, created.
Well, it could be entirely created, and probably is in some way, you know, by having, you know, that like in Haiti, there's a lot of voodoo practice, right? So if they just sent, you know, voodoo practitioners here exclusively, you know, and the extremes of them, then you're going to create a situation where things like this could happen.
Right.
You know, you create the situation just for
Yeah.
it to happen. There's 12,000 of them. That's 30% of the population. So the indigenous population is pretty much non-existent. And then they tell them to stay home for a week.
Yeah.
Running the city. Well, they can figure that out themselves, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Charles.
So yeah,
He came up.
What's up, everyone?
Charles, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
How you going, Chuck?
It's a good conversation you guys are having. Because this country is, these politicians have really destroyed this country in a lot of ways.
Yes.
That's wild. They're eating people's cats and dogs. Like, that's savagery. I mean, I know they're hungry, but damn.
No, they're not hungry. It's not that. They have plenty of money. Those are delicacies. And they're revered for their sacrificial benefits in voodoo.
Exactly.
Get a license.
So,
and if you don't, they go to jail. That's all I have to say.
I know. Get a fucking license. Everyone else.
Yeah,
has
get a
to have
license.
one.
You know, hunt in
They're
season.
paying. From what I heard,
species of animal are not on the hunting list, including cats and dogs. Those are protected under the SPCA.
Where is the ASPCA right now, though?
I don't know. Where is the Rifle Association? Where are the Civil Liberties Association?
Where the fuck are they right now?
Where are they all? Right? Indeed.
Exactly. Good damn question, I thought.
Indeed. A good question. Yes.
Yes. It's like Cricketville out there. Where the fuck are you people?
That's right, Steve. It is all being done to make us angry and upset. because we've seen it in England. They're trying to they're jailing people for 2 years for speaking up against violence that's happening out there. So hi, Brian.
Go ahead, you speak against the
You know, so
violence.
they're trying to. We have we have another under the rug MP in our midst. We have a Danielle Smith, or is it Michelle Rempel? One of those two, anyways. They're bringing about new laws, new internet laws they want to bring in to protect children. Of course, there's a lot of other things attached to that, but we focus on the part we're going after protecting children. They did a short little blurb about 30 seconds of what they're really going to do. And it's to crack down on dissidents, pretty much. I haven't looked at the entire bill yet, but from what I've seen so far, it's more censorship. You know, policy change. You know,
police.
All that should be void because they're putting these laws in play under a corporation and not as a country. So most people don't know that all that should be void. All of it. It's all legal.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, my city is incorporated. It's not of public domain anymore, so it's not working in my interest. So the police underneath it that are being paid by it are not working actually for the country. They're working for a corporation. That makes them not police. That makes them private security.
Exactly.
Well, I used to think we could probably all get together and we could all boycott different places, and then we could shut them down. And it doesn't matter how many times I've spoken, let's all boycott. Nobody can be bothered boycotting. A lot of people they'll say they, but do they want to? No, not most people don't want to give up what they've got, right?
Yeah, I tried boycotting. Go ahead, there.
I just want to say, I wonder how many laws they put in play, right? And were illegal or void, and they just said, "Let's do it and see what happens." So they got away with it. Now they're getting.
Yeah.
Once you get away with something, they'll keep pushing it and pushing it.
Hi, Richard. Yeah, apparently they're pushing it with your election laws and eligibility for being president. Like Obama apparently was an illegitimate president.
Absolutely.
Under your law.
Several of them were actually.
And if they make Kamala president, if they select her for president, she'll also be an illegitimate president.
Yes.
Yeah, this stuff's insane, man. And that is true. And she mentioned that in one of her speeches, people are trying to say Obama, he wasn't an American, neither is her.
Mm-hmm. Fairly,
so
his backup was he was born in Hawaii. However, Hawaii, if you do your research, didn't ever want to be part of America and was forced to be part of America.
Yeah, they were.
They had to throw their queen in-home fucking lockup in order to do it because she wasn't going to allow it.
No, it was bad. No, it was a land grab.
It was a land grab, like they just recently did again in Maui.
That volcano that's just gone off over there. I'm sure that's a land grab as well.
Probably. Yeah, they got earth shakers now. They can shake the earth anywhere they want. So,
yeah.
Can they set off a volcano? I bet you they can.
Oh, yeah. I know they can. Absolutely they can. Look it up. Yeah. They absolutely can.
Yeah, if it's vulnerable magma under there, you just set off some strategic little bang bangs, if you know what I mean. Yes.
Yeah, you could do it electrically too. Add enough power, and you'll increase the heat. Just like an induction.
All these forces, if you look at how everything's set out like a computer grid, cities and stuff, you could almost say that the whole Earth has at one time been gridded. you know, whether it was with before the last reset or two or three before, who knows? But I feel that the whole Earth has got this grid over it, and they can erupt any type of event they want. And I feel that the manipulation we think is a new thing. I think there is nothing new under the sun, and we are seeing things that have been repeated more than once already.
Yes,
And now,
we've had this technology before. Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. So, what do you remember the Japan 2011 earthquake tsunami?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Now, there again, I heard back then in the day that was an intentionally set off bomb underneath there. And they didn't warn the people that there could be repercussions. Do you think that is possible?
Oh yeah.
uh,
They have to make it look
so,
real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, never
Yeah, you
take
find
responsibility.
what you can do is find a nice shelf, like in Lake Ontario would be a great place. There's all these shelves that like the lake goes in at a nice even depth up to around 40 feet, but then it just drops right off to 500 feet. So if you could put a bomb at the bottom of that, you could create a landslide.
Mhm.
A landslide is absolutely devastating underwater because of the
Mm-hmm.
amount of movement of water it creates. So you end up sloshing the water back and forth, and it can go up 10 times as high as the wave it generates.
that like a rogue wave can generate out of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the thing with rogue waves is what they do is when they hit another one, it bursts into another one. So like they catapult off each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You end up with a cascade of them, in
Mm,
a few different directions. But they can
exactly.
direct the main one at, you know, a certain area depending on where the landmass is aimed at, right? So, you bounce it
Yeah.
back and forth, or you just bounce it directly at somebody.
Well, I kind of felt like when you looked at like the Tongan um, volcano that erupted, there was a big tidal wave that headed towards the coastline of America. I think Florida, on the Florida coastline,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
I'm right.
I
Um, but yeah, the thing petered out. It never ended up to be as big as what they probably would have wanted, I would say.
Yeah.
But it sure did a lot of damage to Tonga itself. Um, and Tonga was struggling financially anyway. So the Latter Day Saints went in there and bought Tonga's debt. Right?
Mm.
You've got to wonder what's going on with that group too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like what
I mean,
Richard.
a country's debt. That to me is pretty profound. Um, there's got to be a bigger reason for that in the future, and those people are going to find that out, no doubt.
Are they destroying the country or what?
I think they just collapsed financially, really, Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's all it takes. That's why we're getting an influx from some of these countries. Some of them are just emptying out their prisons and saying, "Get out of here," you know. But some of them are economic. They're mostly economic migrants because of no jobs, right?
Yes.
And if BlackRock is doing their job around the world like they're doing around here, they're buying up all the property and everything with all their fiat currency that they printed and got off the bankers.
Yep,
So,
they're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
so you're not going to be able to buy land or good land anyway. Yeah, they're really doing it. These properties that all these people are buying up, that all these companies are buying up, we need to have those. I think they're doing a great job for the reset. because what we should do is have all those lands that they've purchased up, either sold to the people occupying them at a low rate, around 10% of what they're worth, like they can do. And yeah, we can redistribute pretty much everything that they've purchased. You know, the farmers that are working the land that they've purchased, we can divvy up between them, and they can work that land. You know, I say they should keep buying up as much as they can, and we can redistribute it later.
You know, I don't know if Australia is fully owned by Australia anymore. I mean, there's a lot of land that's owned by overseas interests in Australia, and same here in New Zealand.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
Chinese own properties in Canada.
I'm not proud of it, but my own family were involved in some of the sales of bloody New Zealand land to overseas interest. Um,
Yeah, everybody
my
wants to make a buck, right? So
my
that's how they get
yeah,
you.
my mother's sister's husband.
Yeah.
Uh, he was into real estate, and he was bloody. So he was selling overseas farms to overseas buyers, right? And I mean, whole farms, thousands of acres. He was selling to the bloody overseas buyers, and that was back in the 80s, right? So, you know, like crikey, you know, half of New Zealand, I don't believe is owned by bloody New Zealanders at all. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Charles, come back.
Yeah, they send their money home, some of them. You know, and $10 in you know, Nairobi or wherever they're from, or Haiti, you know, 10 American dollars is a gold mine, you know. It's like a month's pay. The buyers are all shells. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the real estate buyers, they're all BlackRock.
Yeah, that's what's happening here. Yep, it's the BlackRock ones. Yep.
Yeah.
You
Blackstone
might want to.
too. They have two. They have Blackstone and BlackRock.
Yes. Yes, of
Okay.
course. Yeah.
Oh,
You might want to reshare the join link so that
Hmm.
Chuck can get back in.
All right.
good stuff, Paula.
Yeah, monkeypox, Mpox isn't going over as well as they're hoping. They declared that emergency the day after they stopped the COVID. What do they, you know, pandemic?
Well, we started calling it the money pox over on TikTok. I think that
Yeah.
helped.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think I think the biggest thing that's happened with that, Max, really, and everyone is that, you know, I think they shocked the shit out of everyone worldwide, right? And like to such an extent that even to put up something like monkeypox or bird flu or anything like that now, there's just such a huge following on Facebook and Twitter, well, X now, and all these other platforms um, that have just they're just so on board with sharing anything that comes to light straight away,
Yeah.
and I think that is a big shock for the controllers, you know, because I don't think they really expected as many people to wake up after the world lockdown, you know. I think that really shocked them.
Yeah, I think they really did expect us to live in fear, and it
Yeah,
didn't.
and it didn't work. Yeah,
Yeah, like in Canada, they were supposed to stop and search during the beginning of it, and the police here said, no, we're not going to do that. So um, they're trying to bring in private police now from other countries. They've got a few regiments of them in major cities, but I don't think it's enough. It's really not enough. They've got gangs. See, they've got such a mix. They've got military, militia, UN troops, and they've got gangs, right? We have MS-13 up here, a lot of them. We also have small contingencies of Chinese regiments, and we have a mix of all kinds of other people coming in from all other places. I'm in one of the largest cities in Canada, so I can keep account of what's coming.
You,
So yeah,
you've got pretty big gangs here in this country.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't
gang
know how they
officers.
expect them to mix, because we also have youth gangs here. We have Hell's Angels and other groups that are
Other
also
factions.
operating in the city. So I don't know how this is gonna play out. It could be a real interesting show if I can keep my head from getting shot off.
Well, that's the thing is that like they're investigating a lot of big boys at the moment, and I think that's what they're going to do is they're going to try and crack them from the top. Because you can round up all the boys you like and put them in jail, but there's just more boys to round up, right?
Mhm.
But there's many heads, and the thing is that some of these big boys they own a lot of land. They own, you know, uh, like they've got business and they've got stuff, so they've got collateral. And when you've got a lot of collateral, that's how you can drive a gang. And so I think that's what they'll do, and that's what I'm noticing here in this country is they're targeting the big boys. They're going for the big boys, and that way, if they can cut them down, they can, um, you know, disband it, so to speak. You know, it's like killing the general on the bloody battlefield. Taking out the general, and then the rest of them go to shit. Nobody to
Right.
run the show.
See, Hell's Angels is worldwide, so that wouldn't work with them, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, actually. I know some members myself, and I've been warning them that other gangs are going to be coming in. They pretty much have the attitude, well, if they stay to their thing and don't mess with us, we'll be fine. But I don't see how that's going to happen because they'll have collateral damage on there. Say maybe not directly, but it'll probably be collateral, like children or family members, things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think as long as we've got the gangs, we've got that that element of basically a leftist sort of a thing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I kind of feel like as long as we've got that, that just shows that to me that's a pretty good gauge
He's
that
down in New
most
Zealand, guys. He's talking about a right
people,
wing. They call it left down there.
yeah. But a lot of it shows that a lot of these people are not going to be bought so easily, right?
That's what I'm
That
hoping.
yeah.
I'm hoping the general public doesn't get bought as easily this time either. And it doesn't seem like they are in Canada. There's I can't talk about this, but there's 14% people going in and doing what they're supposed to do for MPOX. So it's a really low. They're actually right now in Canada. I can say this: they're destroying COVID-19 vaccines and they're making way for new vaccines. That's what they're doing. So
Yeah,
Destroying
out with the
evidence.
old, in with the new. It's just a reoccurring.
we're getting a new batch that we get to pay for that apparently 14% of the population will take. So
Well, I like what Dragon Sage said. The masky poo thing was an IQ test. I agree. And
This
Yeah.
just
whole thing
look
is an
around.
IQ test. The whole thing is an IQ test. Yes.
And training. Let's not forget the training being 6 feet apart was for drones. So when they bring in the drones, sounds like a song. It can read
Bring in
you
the
better.
clowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
But yeah, it can read you when you're 6 feet apart much better. And I'm sorry, my dog is behind me. I'm going to mute now.
Oh, and there was the whole, in Canada, we were allowed to take the option. You could continue working in many industries, or you had the option to go home and take government pay. In some industries, it was mandatory, but it was optional in my industry, and many people took it. And I wondered if that was a social engineering test too.
Very, very
Yes.
well could be.
Absolutely.
You know,
Richard,
let's see. Let's find out who's an absolute useless eater.
Yeah,
know?
the ones at the top. Let's start there.
Well, the ones that took the time off, right? The ones that would rather just lay around and play video games in their home.
Oh, yeah, those well, they're the top too. I don't think they do a decent day's work in most of those offices. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of the staffing. I find
Richard, that is funny. Amish army.
I find owners are rather driven, and oftentimes managers. But many of the lower staff, the clerking staff, and all that, would rather just not. You know.
Yeah.
There are Amish people for Trump. I know that from TikTok.
Oh, that makes sense. Very conservative people, are they not? I don't know.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting, talking about the subject of food, but Maureen and I had some younger pet friends that we knew in town. We used to go around and see them, be able to get a bit of smoke off them. They had a good contact, and we got to know them through that. And I was around visiting them one day, and I says, "Oh shit! Look at those beautiful apples on your tree." I said, "What are they like?" And Cody, my mate Cody, goes, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "Haven't you tried them?" He says, "No." I says, "What are all those apples in your bowl then? Where'd you get those?" He says, "Bought them." I says, "You're kidding me."
Yeah, it depends on what kind of apples. Some apples aren't good for eating. Some of them are good for making.
The trouble is, Max, though,
Yeah,
I went and picked one. I went and picked one, and they were so delicious. And I thought,
man.
oh, they are missing out on this beautiful apple. They can buy bloody apples. I actually took a graft off that tree because they don't have that house anymore. They got, they moved on. But I took a graft off that tree before they moved, and I've grafted it onto one of our trees, and it's actually taken. So
Nice.
hopefully this year we might even get some fruit off it. It'll be bloody amazing. But yeah, just to think, that people will have these fruit trees in their backyard.
Yeah.
And they won't let the bloody stuff fall on the ground.
Jeez.
I used to wander around my city looking for fruit trees. I found quite a few. So when they're in season, I do go and grab some because they're there. You have to go far, but
Exactly.
you can find them.
Yeah, I go around looking. I know where all the Fijo trees are and the bloody pear trees and plum trees.
Yeah, plant a tree. I tried to. It didn't work so far. I'm going to try again, though. Do some guerrilla gardening,
Yep. Yes.
You can do it with just seeds, too. Every time you walk around, carry some seeds and just throw them where you want to plant, like a tree or a bunch of bushes or some, berries or something. You can take the seeds and just throw them there and wait a season or two, see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm a doing.
There's an apple tree over the local park. Nice. Nobody picks them. Yeah. So lots of I guess they're mulberry trees. They look like blackberries or
Yes,
raspberries.
they look like blackberries. Yeah.
Yeah, they're mulberry trees. I've recently learned that. Thank you. Um, yeah, but they're all over my city. They're everywhere. I love those.
They're delicious.
Yep. There's lots of raspberries and strawberries around too. Longbows. Those are so awkward to carry around with you, though.
But they're so cool looking. You look cool
Yeah,
though.
you know, if you get the hat, you know, the green hat, tipped hat with the peak at the front, like Robin Hood, that's so cool. It would fly today too, you know.
Yeah.
That would just be
Hey,
like, this is my style, you know.
actually,
I
I,
identify as Robin Hood.
yeah. But actually, those
Me too.
crossbows are more dangerous than a bang bang. You know,
Hmm.
they are. They're. If you got one of those through you, oh,
Yeah, at short range, yes, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
up to around 50 meters, 20 to 50 meters. They're very bad, very, very bad.
I don't know what a flat bow is. Um,
No, I've never heard of that before. We have compound bows. Those are nasty.
oh yeah, for hunting,
Mm,
they have to go a distance to hit the target in the right
yeah,
place.
yeah. A compound bow is a good like crossbow is excellent like short range, like devastating, absolutely devastating. But
Yeah, it's a
for
people weapon.
yeah, for the long range hunting, yeah, bow or a compound bow or even a longbow. Longbow would be more for war though. They usually use that in hitting enemy troops at a long distance. So the
Yes, that's
accuracy
true.
didn't have to be quite as good.
I had a compound bow for a few years, um, and we've got quite good with it. But yeah, I prefer the longbow, the original bow that we had given when we were kids. Were were longbows,
Yeah.
and then you end up making them yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, the average bow that we use around here is around 3.5 to 4 feet. Longbow is around 6.5, even more.
Yeah.
Those are
I like
awkward.
the idea of a compound bow. I think they're probably a little bit easier to use because they're hard. They're hard to pull them back, but once you get the bow to fully expanded
Yeah,
uh, on the wheels, they you can hold it with one finger. You know,
yeah,
like it's
Nice.
the the oscillating wheels take the full weight of it,
yeah.
and so
Yeah,
you can just hold it with one
I'm
finger. Yeah.
thinking of we have compound crossbows available across the road from me, and that'd be fun. All right, see you, Dragon Sage. You
Apparently,
know,
we completely lost Charles.
yeah.
Hope he's okay.
He's having a shit day with his audio or something, is he? Or just with his buddy connection?
Yeah, I'll post the link again.
Well, no, he's not even in chat. He's not even saying anything in
But a
chat.
small compound crossbow, that's really about your most effective short range, which is where you'd use it because a compound bow you're going to use for mid to long range. And most
Yeah.
encounters you have are going to be short range. So I'd prefer a crossbow.
Yeah, well, you can get these pretty amazing ones today. I mean, there's like BB guns that work on a crossbow, kind of
Mhm.
a with a magazine, you know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
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 a really strong wrist rocket with a BB in it will do a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't mind having one of those.
I know. I was just they're on Amazon.
Yeah.
I thought, no, but then everybody will be shooting them all over the place, and then there you go.
No,
yeah.
don't be
You're-
irresponsible with anything. Keep it in case of war.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's like-
That's how I think. But then you get those yahoos that want to play in their backyard, and
I know.
Yeah, look at this badass monster. You know,
dang, that is a
Compound
crossbow, man.
Like that's just like that's nasty looking.
Do you
Right,
see the
yeah.
handle on the front? That's there for you to pull back the tension.
That's the foot. That's your hole with
Yeah,
your
it might
foot.
even be a
Foot,
ratchet.
yes.
It might even be a ratchet system, which would make it so much easier if you could
Oh,
just
if they
like, pump
have-
it. You know, like a
yeah.
that would be
You just
so.
wind the handle. You wind the handle and pull the string back. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a lot of tension.
Oh yeah, there's a handle on the back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just.
Yep.
Oh wow, that makes it so
Instead of
much easier.
manually, yeah, there's a handle.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, those things are bloody
The
good.
beast.
It takes the work out of them.
Yeah.
It's
Gee.
really impressive though, because if someone was coming at you and you brought that up into their face,
Ooh.
they'd be going, "What is this thing?" And I
Yeah.
need to go. You know?
Right.
I need to get the hell out of here. You know, have they made an automatic one where you can fire one
Multiple?
round after another?
Hey.
I'm blooming sure if you were clever enough, you could probably rig them up on bloody poles around your outside perimeter.
Yeah.
Have them run off
You
a
just have, you
computer.
know, a mount on top that just drops them down after you pull back the slide, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, a short range weapon, the crossbow would just go right through a human being. That's pretty much what it does. The skull, it would shatter.
Yeah. Deadly. They're not, yeah.
Yeah.
If I was probably looking at it, I'd be going for kneecaps. Kneecaps, man. Go for the
Yeah,
kneecaps.
you got to go for center of mass. That's the way to go if you want to survive.
Legs out, he ain't going nowhere.
Center of mass.
Yeah.
That's why it was
I
funny
concur.
that they clipped Trump in the ear. You never go for a headshot. If you want to kill somebody, you go center of mass.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
You know.
It needed to be a head wound, though, for it to be biblical.
Yep. The ceremony had to be done, right?
Yeah. Very dramatic.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think they put one of those little pop caps. I don't know what they call them, but they're a little teeny explosion. I think they put one on the back of his ear, and at one point, pop.
Well, I think it
just-
was easier than that. I think he just used a little like razor with sticky tape.
Like wrestlers.
Yeah, like the wrestlers
Oh.
do.
Yeah.
A razor with some sticky tape on their finger.
Yeah,
And
it
then
stays.
they use the razor, you know, on their ear or their whatever, you know, their arm,
I
and
see.
then they twiddle their
All,
fingers.
all playing into the rituals. Oh, no, the whole thing's playing into it.
Yeah,
You know.
but he even did the little twiddle of his fingers above the podium to drop the razor, so that he didn't
Ah,
hurt himself afterwards.
right.
He did. He really literally took his fingers, put them above the podium, and
Yes.
struck them together a couple of times.
Got rid of
knock
it. Yeah.
something off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were very focused on his hat that was sitting on the podium too. They said, if you watch the Secret Service gal, made sure that they took the hat. He
Oh,
don't
yeah.
protect his body with another bullet. No, take the hat.
Right. Ah. Mhm. Save
Yeah,
the
it was that
hat.
crazy. Yeah, it was that
Yes.
crazy. Again, I don't know
Gotta
what
put
to
the hat
say.
on, you know. Gotta fix it. Make the scene look
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Incredible.
They got a photo op to take. You gotta set it up right, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that was all convenient too. That's what I'm saying. All
Put
these
your
very
fist up in the
nice
air, say
photos.
fight, 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 right?
Hmm.
You know,
Right.
gotta have your
Yeah.
hat on though.
And see, when he got up, he said, fight, fight, fight. So what he expected was for all of the Republicans to get out and start pillaging because of that. But they didn't. So their little plan didn't work.
No, we're on to that shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to take things out on a stranger
Yeah,
for
Right?
something as clown as that.
Thanks for that.
that was entirely deep state. We know about you, deep state. You know,
Shit.
what's his name? Tom McDonald. He's even one of those bought and paid for guys. He's you know, got a bunch of bots for his channel and all that. But you
He
know,
had the song the next day.
yeah, yeah.
He used AI to make that song, I'm telling you.
Hmm. He probably did. You know,
It's the
but
only
you
way you
know,
can make a song that fast.
I wonder about the counterculture. Like, I know they're supposed to steer us wrong at some point, but in the meantime, you know what? They are pointing to the shit, which is good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yes.
It's just a little bit of a shame that that
I you know, I
uh,
give all of these truth seekers, like I give Alex Jones, I give Tom McDonald, I give those that have really, like, even people that have taken money from the banking system. You know, if I had the opportunity to take shit from the banking system and then turn around and uh backstab them, I would do it. I totally would.
Yes.
So there, you know, my father, unfortunately, sometimes he was a little far in this, but he gave the benefit of the doubt. For some of these guys, I always have to give the benefit of the doubt. Alex Jones hasn't not pointed out any of the problems that are going on. He hasn't focused on um, the things that are really important. But it's not that they haven't pointed them out. I wonder if that is how they work. I don't know.
yeah, I would be tempted to say it's more like about how they work, really. But
Yeah,
the media's, it's got a set of rules to stick by too, and they don't get paid as well.
no, and it
They,
is entirely controlled. If they wanted them off, and
they want you to pay, they
if
got
they
to do
didn't want
the
any notifications to go out, they wouldn't go out. If they didn't want him broadcasting, I don't think it would really happen.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
just his popularity would fade over time, and suddenly, oh, geez, he's not doing anything. You know.
I mean, that's how it all comes down to popularity anyway. The media are going to keep it what's popular going. It's all about keeping us occupied, really. That's all it is.
Hmm.
Well, isn't that their new thing? Occupy this and occupy that.
Yeah, there's somebody that pointed out.
Yeah, well,
This all kind of kicked off really when there was Occupy Wall Street.
everybody
I was
is
thinking the same thing.
yeah. If you're
Yeah.
doing something and you're generating some kind of industry or generating any sort of energy, you're worth it. You're a worthy slave, really. That's how I see it. You know.
Well, if you're in the club too, because you know you're not going to be doing anything unless you're in the club, because they'll never let you get high enough or enough money to do anything.
But if you're not, you have to be born into that club, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, you have to. Your business will not thrive. You will not become a billionaire, you know, unless they want you to, and that includes these crypto geniuses. Um,
Yep.
unless
That
they want you
includes
to,
them.
you know, they pick the personalities to win in the crypto world as well. And those are the ones that are promoting crypto. Oh, look, I made so much money here sign up to the digital dollar, because that's what it is.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
I reckon they find somebody's bloody faults in people and they make them feel guilty for whatever bloody shit they think they've bloody done wrong, and then they can manipulate them to do whatever they want.
yeah, that's the political method.
Yeah.
There's different methods for getting different people.
Yeah.
But compromising them is one of the best. You know,
Yes.
Yes.
Compromise who you are,
yeah,
and that's what they're doing because they know they're screwed with karma because they take lives, and they're
Simple
trying
things.
to take us innocent ones that would not normally take a life, and they're trying to piss us off to the point that they make us just like them.
Even simple bloody things like getting into a council, for example. You can go into a council and try and see if you can change the policies for your local area. And how good you get on. It's not that bloody easy, right?
no,
These buggers will railroad you. You're not even allowed to talk about your bloody proposal until you first, second, and thirded somebody else's call, right?
hmm
Like my mum was in bloody council on Waiheke Island years ago, and she had a proposal about how we could plant more trees on the island, and what have you. My mum was writing trees as well.
oh,
Just like
God
that.
bless her. God bless her
Yeah,
soul. She's got her heart in the right place.
well, yeah, she was a beautiful soul like that. But so she was on the council, right? And she wanted to put her policy forward. Well, she said after 3 months of having to vote for someone else and nobody wanted to listen to my policy, I told them to stick it.
Yeah, that's all you can do because they're not going to listen to you. And even Trudeau now, he basically says, "I don't care what the Canadian people want. I'm doing what I think's right." So I can't remember the
Yeah,
exact quote, but he does not care
Yeah.
what the Canadian people think.
No.
No, they're
Yeah,
getting very uppity about that now lately around
yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
They don't care what you think.
No,
No.
they're doing what's good for climate policy. They're doing what's good for health policy. They're doing what's good for strategic policy. Um, and we get to
well,
pay for
the climate policy is a bullshit one. So the rest of
Yeah.
them have got to be halfway bullshit as well.
it. Well, they are, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, they create all the wars, the bankers' wars. That's why Occupy Wall Street had to be shut down. Everyone go back and look up Occupy Wall Street,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and think
Yep.
about Wall Street. Who does that affect? Everybody who's making money off you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody.
That's why that had to be shut down.
Yep.
What there should be
Yep.
now is a virtual Occupy Wall Street.
Yes.
A
Absolutely.
virtual.
Yep. Online, because they did it physically and they shut that down, right? So that would happen
No.
again. So online Occupy Wall Street. They'll have to shut down the internet.
That if you're online like a virtual, you could have the whole bloody thing in there. You wouldn't even need a bloody whip boy to go around and change everything. You could do everything visually, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and we can
Yeah.
point out what they did, like the whole GameStop
Yeah.
debacle. Recently, they had before Trump, before the Trump attempted assassination, they invested a whole bunch of money into um, short stocking Truth Social, So, see, this is where it is a game. They fooled part of the party into thinking that they were going to take Trump out. So they invested their money to profit off of that.
Yes.
That's where there's actually a little bit of it's almost a monopoly game, really,
It absolutely is.
that they're
Yeah.
playing with us, right? So
Yes.
they fooled a bunch of people into thinking, oh, they might take Trump out, but they were firing bullets around and stuff, and they had some dude, but then they played out their ceremony, right? So
Yeah.
House of Bloody, Game of Thrones, House of Cards, it's all the same, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
hi, Woo Riders. Well, they might have given that shooter, they might have given him blanks. And
I would say it's possibly losses as blanks, and I mean, how that could have even been sounded.
there was two other possible shooters. There was reports of a person in the woods, and then there was reports of a person on the tower, on the water tower. So,
Right.
I
I
mean,
thought
hell,
I heard
I've
something about there was even a vehicle somewhere that had a person in it.
Sorry, Paula.
I just was saying that I was pretty sure that I saw a video on TikTok that they were saying when they were investigating that there was even a person in a vehicle, like a truck. Also, yeah.
Wow. What were you going to say there, Dean?
Yes, Dean,
Uh,
go for it.
I was just going to say that everything that the news will play out will all be part of the play, and
Yeah.
everybody's got their part to play. You could have even had the audio, trumped up, ready to go, to go at the right time. I mean, he might not even there might not even been shots fired. It might have been just the audio for the bloody video that we all got to see. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I call? Is it the same kind of the Hollywood basement thing? Is it where they record all the shows, right?
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
use this. I use this that article, that news article about the Haitians in Ohio to show how they totally skew everything, right? Like
Yeah.
Haitians are living in, or they don't even say they're scared. They're God, what was it? The wording was hilarious. You know, let me find that.
Huh.
But how they word things, it's a word
Yes.
salad to make you not
Yes.
understand what's going on.
Yes.
They don't tell you who the bomb threats were from. They don't tell you what the Haitian community is concerned about or whatever.
Mhm.
They don't tell you who gave the bomb threats. It could be the Haitian community harassing itself, which is a common thing amongst these people.
Yes.
Yeah. Oftentimes they'll hold each other for ransom or things like that. Um, you know, apparently, I've heard that they even create zombies out of these people. Some people are convinced
Few,
in some way through drugging and torture that they're actually a zombie, and because of their religion, they believe it.
Well, they're also into that voodoo.
Yeah, the voodoo
Yeah.
religion, right, where they create
Yes.
zombies. You bury
Yes.
somebody underground on drugs. You throw them into a hole, and they're on some psychedelics and other shit. Near
Yeah.
death already, and you
Yeah.
throw them into a hole, bury them up, and dig them up later, and you're a zombie. You'll do as I say, They haven't got enough energy to fight, right?
Right.
So
And they're
they're
half crazy or
little
more.
victims, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's conditioning. It's like MK Ultra conditioning.
Absolutely.
It sounds a lot like a job I had once. No, seriously, as a kid, I put it down in this dungeony place to work, you know. You will do this.
I
And I
was
was like,
thinking, oh, it's G conditioning people to be zombies?
oh, that would be an interesting trade.
No, she would never do that.
No, I wouldn't know where to begin. I'd be running from zombies. When I watch those shows, I'm, the live person running away from them.
Oh, you made me
I'd
laugh.
rather stand to see all those people though that are drugged out like they are, and
Yeah, we've got a lot of people doing the trank slump. It's called trank up here. It's a mixture of fentanyl and horse tranquilizer that doesn't kill you. It just makes you slump over.
Yeah, the
yeah,
fentanyl fold. Hmm.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
horrible. So horrible to look at. Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
just
and
wonder where
the
those people
Canadian
are
government
at.
are doing their best to stop the drug problem by making available fentanyl pills.
Mhm. Oh, the Portland
You know,
Portland approach that they just, by the way,
Well,
everyone, they just took those open drug market things back. It's now against the law again in Oregon.
say that
It
again.
failed. Well, in Oregon, you could do any of that.
right.
Okay.
Heroin, fentanyl, any of on the street, have it in your possession.
Okay.
You're fine.
It was
But yeah,
legalized. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
So
They
now
took
they
it
And
back.
illegal.
Yep.
Okay,
but
gotcha.
if you die of an overdose of fentanyl, that does help their drug problem. And maybe their drug problem really is that not enough people are on them. They're never specific, you know.
Well, drug addicts aren't going to fight back as long as you give them their drug.
Exactly. Yep. Give them their drugs. They won't fight back.
Yep. And then if you take them off their drugs, they're an available army to cause destruction and mayhem. So you've got a dual purpose, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Imagine if they cut off all the opioids in Canada or the US, fentanyl, Oxycontin, everything, because those all come from China.
Yeah, they do. Through Mexico. Yeah.
Come on, what would happen? Right?
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
We have some
Yeah, there's
crazy
your
ass stuff
zombie
going on the
apocalypse,
streets.
you
The spice must flow. Yes, Dune.
Oh, absolutely, Peggy. We were looking at the
Yeah.
numbers. It was 33% they sent. 33% of the population is Haitian. Now, that doesn't account for other populations that have also moved into the area. So how many people have actually moved into Springfield, Ohio? I don't know. There's 18 to 20,000 Haitians, which is a third of the population. So, add a few more percent, because 18 or 60,000 isn't a lot of people. It is a lot of people, but it isn't.
And I know why they did it. Because people on TikTok were going around, and at least on TikTok, probably everywhere, they kept saying these words: there's more of us than there are of them. And now we're becoming outnumbered.
Mhm.
Some things
That's a
you
good
shouldn't
angle,
say out
actually.
loud.
Yeah,
Mhm.
ketamine.
Yeah, they do things very covert these days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working. That's the problem. Just a little razor blade cut here, a little cut
Mhm.
there,
The death of 1,000 or 1,000,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard, the spice must flow. Yeah, ketamine's popular in certain groups of people, but Not popular amongst the regular kids. Vaping is huge.
Yeah.
Surprised women aren't talking about this. How's that? A little more needed there, Defreak.
What's the chat saying there, Max?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that women
they've
don't
gone
care as
Nazi in
much.
Cali with opioids. 99% of women could care less about any of this. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
Women
you're right.
care? I don't know.
Yeah,
What?
Peggy says they sent all the illegal Haitians to turn on the Americans. Yep. AK-47 is close range. That the 400 to 500 meters was a bit for an AK-47. Yeah, they should have gone for center of mass. Absolutely, if they wanted to actually do it.
Yeah.
But again, it is. It's all distractions. I hate it.
Yeah. I was just thinking, unless they knew that Trump was wearing a vest, which I believe he does. That's why he looks so
Yeah.
big in those suits and they're baggy.
Yeah.
It's because he's wearing
That could be.
Kevlar. Yeah, he is.
There does seem to be
Yes.
a monopoly. There is a monopoly game going on, and
Yeah.
I think that the one side, like the Hillary side, like he doesn't. I don't know if he took as seriously as he should have. How easily the Hillary side likes to kill people.
Oh yeah, Clinton's side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got they're up to the 200 some mark officially.
Yeah, are they? Okay, I
Yeah.
heard they were over 100 people.
Oh no, they're it's in the 200s
It's getting up
officially.
there, is it? Yeah.
Let alone the ones we don't know about.
Yeah, he didn't take that seriously enough, I don't think.
No, they're one of the first big drug mobs here, in the 80s. They are the ones who brought in, cocaine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Yes.
think they're,
That's
I
how they
think
got
they're
where they're at.
worried that he's going to take over control of a lot of that type of thing. Like he did, because he did do it. Once he started cutting off the border, right? He
Right.
started controlling the flow.
Right.
Oh yeah. In that particular area, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Yep. Now
And
he
the
could
crime goes down.
and he could limit the amount that comes in that way and get more profits from it himself.
Mhm.
Right.
If you
'Cause,
limit the flow, you
that's how it
increase the
works.
profits,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So if you limit it to just airplanes coming in, that you have the FTA, your aerial agency, right, in control of, right? That's who you
Yeah.
give money to. So you promise those people bunches of money because that's where the flow is going to come through.
Yeah, everyone's got their hand in that honey pot. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody gets a piece of the action.
So they pass
That's how
those
it works.
drugs to the right people, and Trump makes the money and he passes it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And like
Because the
you
money
would
that they
think
they make interest.
you would think that I'm closing the borders. Well, they can close the borders right now if they want. They can
Right.
do it. They can do it by drones and people in
Mhm.
absolutely zero time.
Yep.
They already have you electronically mapped. They know where you are at all times. They know
Yep.
where every one of us big antennas are at every moment of the day. Because we're just big freaking antennas transmitting a fucking frequency all the time.
Yeah.
So they know exactly where people are constantly.
Yeah,
So
they
if
know
they
where you're
wanted
at
to
this
stop
point.
people from coming across the border, they absolutely could do that without a wall, without anything.
Yep.
They
Just
don't
with
need it.
drones. If they thought they were going to be shot to death, they would not try to cross. They would go back.
Yeah. They could just have
And
they
that's
could
it.
just have AI drones fly over with a gun on top of them,
Hmm.
Or
and you know,
laser.
shoot down anybody that
Gun in the chest, I know what you're saying.
yeah,
That's,
it's ridiculous. It's all show. Totally.
It is.
It is. They were only showing parts of the border where they were leaking through, but
Well,
then
they're
as
still
time
trying to
went
make
on,
Trump the hero, right? So you know
yeah,
he's gonna build the wall. He's gonna stop the drugs, right? Well, if you
right,
let through a tanker or 10 full of fentanyl, well, that's enough for your country for a year or two.
yep,
So
yep,
you know,
yep.
like you know, it doesn't even take much these days. Like the concentration of these drugs, like that's
One
what they
tiny
keep
little
doing.
girl,
Right?
one tiny little girl
You remember the
said,
movie Cheech and Chong where
yes,
they tried to drive the cannabis truck across the border,
Yeah,
you know,
that was
yep,
make
great.
a bunch of money, you know.
yep,
Well, now it's
yep,
like they're taking like a microdot and that can kill a city's worth of people,
yes,
you know.
exactly.
So they've concentrated it down to such a small amount of product, which is one of their goals, has been constantly, so that
Yeah,
they can, you know, transport it much easier.
yep,
And they're doing it very well.
they are,
You know,
sadly.
like you know how many doses would a pound of fentanyl contain?
Oh my God.
You know,
If
several
you
hundred
can OD on a
thousand.
girl,
That would be
yeah,
several 100,000 doses
mhm,
for 1 pound of liquid fentanyl. You know,
yeah,
you could kill an entire city with that.
yep,
So it doesn't take much to get through. You just have to let it.
right,
That's why a wall is a great thing, kind of. You know, you can stop a pound of anything coming through. You can stop anybody from coming through without a wall, but it's a great
yeah,
show.
hmm.
Right, Richard? He admitted he's not a Christian. He's whatever he has to be because he's probably a Sabbatean Frankist.
And he said, I don't
Is
need
that a
to,
Mason of some sort?
Hmm?
he doesn't need to pray either, he says.
No, Sabbatean Frankist is a offshoot of Judaism.
Or ask for
Oh, okay.
forgiveness.
Like you know how Reverend Shmuley there is into his butt plugs,
Huh?
right?
What? No, I
I
missed
do
something.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There's a famous Reverend Shmuley, uh,
Do tell.
whose daughter has a company that sells butt plugs. And he promotes his daughter's company, and he has become a man of controversy and has been on several talk shows talking about his, you know, um, anal products and how they enhance marriage and the family unit, uh,
Wow.
and how he's just trying to do a good thing. But Sabbatean Frankists, okay, are basically an offshoot of Judaism that
Yes.
believe that if they commit all the sins that they can, this will bring back God.
Yes, they're trying to
God will
piss
be
God off.
forced to come to earth to correct it, I guess. So
Yes. And in
incest,
so doing,
any sin, their greatest is incest that they love to engage in, apparently.
yes,
Um, but yeah, any sin is good to bring back God.
they're doing it to see if there is a God to come back to smite
Yeah.
them.
So
Interesting.
if they continue, if they sin, you know, with their daughters and their children and all that,
Yes.
and nothing happens to them, then there is no God and there's no
Exactly.
repercussions. So they should keep doing it. And
Yes.
if there are repercussions, then there is a God, right? So
Exactly. That is this whole fucking show right there. Mic drop done. That's the whole fucking show. They're trying to prove if there's a God or not.
That's creepy.
mm,
No shit. And I've known it since the beginning because I studied that Bible for over 20 years, like 22 years.
There we go. That's
Yeah, there are creepy pockets of people in this world.
Sabbatean.
That's where I go back to where sometimes I think that this is the creator's television. We're just an episode, latest episode in, the
Let me share this.
big
Well,
TV.
What's that?
Frankism is a Sabbatean religious movement of the 18th and 19th century, created in Podolia, named after its founder, Jacob Frank. Frank completely rejected new Jewish norms, preaching to his followers that they were obligated to transgress moral boundaries. Does let me
Well, there
show.
you go. And I didn't even know about any of this. I didn't know that's what they were. I heard of Sabbateans, but I didn't really know what they were. And it makes sense because sabotage,
You
Sabbatean,
can also look
sabotage,
up the
fun with words.
Fabian.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
In Western society, you can look up the Fabian Society.
Yep, them two I've heard of. Yep. I never connected the dots though.
Well, this is interesting
But I
because
just knew that it was going to get bad.
The Fabian
What, Jude?
Society was behind all of the socialist movements that we're living through now. Let me read that for you.
I was going to bring up the Democrats, the similarity of where the Democrats seem to be wanting to go. Total decadence, total bohemianism.
Yes.
So the Fabian Society is a British socialist organization whose purpose is to advance the principles of social democracy and democratic socialism via gradualism and reformist efforts in democracies rather than by revolutionary overthrow. So they do it through their social programs. Like
God.
They were an offshoot, the suffragettes, the whole Black rights movement, all of it, pretty much. Every social movement that happened in Western society was produced and directed by the Fabian Society.
And when I say God, I mean you guys and us, me.
Somebody wants to go in and disband that bloody society.
Well, they're in tons of offshoots. They're NGOs at this point. Like there's so many of them now. They have all the support systems, from government right down to the implementation. Banners and everything.
Only one way to get rid of that lot, and that's to get rid of the government.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Now look up the meaning of the word Sabbatean and sabotage.
Why? Well, I looked up Sabbatean Frankist, which we understand. Right.
Okay. See, because I am sure that
they played on the
is
word
related to the word sabotage. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I know it's a boot. The boot in the.
My
works.
thing is fun with words, man.
Deliberately destroy or obstruct something, especially for political or military advantage. Power lines from South Africa were sabotaged by rebels. So,
political.
Yeah,
especially.
Sabbatean Frankists.
Wow. I didn't know it would say especially political.
Well, they're sabotaging God's law.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's Sabbatean, yeah.
Yeah, which is, put simply, just get your head out of your ass.
Is a shoe from the Dutch. A shoe in the ass? A foot up in the ass there, Emmett? Is that what it is?
They have their heads in their asses. They really do need to pull them out.
What'd you say, love?
I think the butt plug is in the way.
I know. Well, I think they brought those along so that they could lock their head up there.
I hope that's
something.
Get your original Schmooly butt plug at schmoolies.com.
That's great.
You know, Max, you have that. You have that radio voice too. So when you say it, it sounds official, man. I was going to tell you that last night.
Yeah, I've thought of doing that, a little funny.
You totally fucking should, because you already been leaking it out here and there, and I've been catching it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love doing the newscaster. Or the narrator for the commercial.
Oh, I love it. I love it. More. more. Give more.
My favorite newscaster was Rosanna Dana.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was great. It's always something.
Yeah, it's always something.
Yep.
I think they were telling us
They
more
were
truth
telling
on
you-
Saturday Night Live than the
Yes.
news station.
They used to, yeah.
Yeah, they
They
used to. Yeah. Yeah, they were taking over too. Everybody's sorry.
Yeah, we had SCTV, which was mostly fluff about beer and maple syrup. So,
And
But they
maple flavored beer.
Yeah.
it's been done. Yes.
Yes. Now that's a beer I could drink. Maple flavored. Tastes like you're drinking maple syrup. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heard it on Star Trek. Yeah.
But
I know. I was
prefer
going to say
wine
there was a.
if I'm going to drink.
What you going to drink?
If I were going to drink, though, it'd be wine.
Yeah. I was more of a wine person.
Yeah.
Way more.
But I even stopped drinking that. I
Yeah, I
didn't want no
can't.
alcohol. Nah.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's on the list. I can't have it. But yeah.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know me, I'm over here rolling with my cannabis, so I'm not criticizing those who use drugs too hard because hey, I'm sitting right here.
Mhm.
Well, I hope you guys are excited because I think Trump's going to win this election, and if not,
Yes.
you're going to have a civil war. Isn't that great?
Well, we could just because he won. Because it's going to piss them off over there on the left.
Well, yeah, they're gonna burn down cities and shit, just like
Look
the
what they
Summer
did
of Love
last
there.
time. They burned
Remember
down
the Summer of
cities.
Love? That was awesome.
Yeah. All for love. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing again. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. We've got a year to wait for our election, so we're
A year.
guaranteed to just go down the same road we're going at the moment. I don't know. I don't know if you guys could ever it's not going to happen, but if you guys could hold Trump's shoes to the fire over the 5G control grid and all the other wireless systems, really, it's not just 5G, and that's one of the psyops is they want you to focus on one system or another, and they've got multiple systems in play, which is really the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what I was thinking. Almost every home has a Wi-Fi now. What if they could figure out a way to modify what's currently in the home to do stuff?
Already done.
Yep.
Already
That's what I think.
Already done.
I think it's even in the LED lighting. I know. Okay, tinfoil hat
yeah,
here, people, but
you are right on target. All of the
Yes.
technology that is implemented. LED lights. Did you know they can resurface your DNA with that?
Yes.
Just
They're
like
weapons.
the lights on your screen in front of you right now.
Yes.
They can use those to resurface your DNA. Since the 70s, they've been using the wiring in your house to augment your emotions. Since the 90s, they've been using Doppler radar to track every movement you do. Since they introduced Bluetooth, they've been trying to burrow into your mind.
Yeah, that's the real one.
I keep my Bluetooth off.
There are other
but
systems called ANT and ZigBee that I don't quite understand, but they're also used again to log into the human body. and make changes, or store data or whatever, be the blockchain. So
I
like it's not just one system, and then that's the problem, is they want people to focus on the towers. Well, the towers are bad. Yeah.
Yeah, look up.
Yeah.
He just wants to
I
look
And
up.
want
then
to
the 5G towers, those are bad,
Mhm.
I want
and
to
then
go
the
back.
Doppler radar, that's bad. And then, they got other radar system, RadSat, that's bad. It's all bad for you. None of
I
it's
want to
good
go
for
back to the wiring in the house. Did what?
you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
wiring in the house did what?
The
I
wiring
heard
in the house.
cause dysfunctional families.
Well, yeah, for sure. It's
So my mom and my sisters, who were against me,
probably pushed
thought
against
they
you
were
by the wire.
innocent.
Probably
Yeah.
pushed against you by the wiring in the house.
Yeah. They
Yes,
amped their
exactly.
emotions.
So I've always been targeted then.
Yes,
Mhm.
we all have. Doppler
Mic
radar
drop.
is what they
Yeah.
use
What sort of
for
wiring
weather
in those
mapping.
days were you talking about that was doing that? Are you talking like all the copper wiring or the newer? I think there's
Oh,
What's it
oh,
called? I know what you're
oh!
saying.
It doesn't matter which one.
What's it called?
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter
just
which.
the wiring itself.
No, they've been doing that since the 70s. It's called the Lilly wave. John C. Lilly. Look it
Yep.
up. Yep.
And they could also listen in
Hmm.
because your voice resonates a vibration, and that hits certain electrical things going through your house, or even the windows.
With
Your
radar, they
window.
can map what
Mhm.
your mouth is doing and figure out what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just
They've got
yeah,
movement radar.
vibrational.
Doppler radar was originally introduced to us as weather mapping, but it was
I
used
will
actually to map our movements.
Right.
Every
I
So
will
little
with
die with
physical movement.
dignity by speaking the truth until they kill me.
yeah,
That's how I
I'm not
will
going to
die
stop
with
talking
dignity.
either. To hell with them. But
Yeah.
no,
Okay?
see
If I'm
that's
going to die with dignity, fun with words, it's going to be that way.
but that's how they're listening in because of the light bulbs. They can be incandescent. It didn't matter. Well, at the back, that's all they had. But the vibration of your voice would hit the glass
Well, they
of
have
the bulb, and then it would send it back through the
Yeah,
wiring system.
yeah. They have many
Yeah,
systems that do that. They
yeah.
have now
Or
what's
the other
called
way, they put it in.
They have what's called keyhole technology, where they can take like a single particle, and if they can manipulate its electrical potential, what they can do is map out a 3D environment real time. Everything that's going on in that environment. So just by a particle.
And you're talking a particle of what, Max?
Oh, graphene, plastic, any type of nanoparticle that they can change the electrical potential of.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they can bounce it around electrically, which they do because they use pulse radar systems, they're all pulse pretty much. So what they do is they change the electrical potential and vibrate that particle, and that sends out waves, and they read the waves that are coming back. So with a single particle, they can read an
Like a
entire
bat.
environment. They can read what gases are in that environment. They can read where all of the things are in that environment, what their density is, and by that they can figure out what they are. They can figure out what movement is happening in that environment and what that movement is, and then what that thing is that is moving. You know, it's
Like a
entire.
bat.
Yeah, yeah,
And remember, they blamed all this on a bat in the beginning.
yeah, and they started that back in the 50s with radar, right? They found that what happened was when you use radar is people and things that move around show up like beacons, right?
Yes.
So they developed faster and more accurate radar,
Yeah.
right? And that's what
Yep.
we're dealing with at the moment as 5G is a faster, more accurate radar based on beam technology.
Yep.
So it's all just an evolution of the same types of technology from the microwave with a magnetron in it.
Yep, exactly.
And they're learning to use that much better.
I noticed a lot of those powers went up during the when the world sort of got shut down. We got busy putting a lot of those things up around here.
Oh yeah, they were installing them in the schools, beside nursing homes, all over the place here.
Yeah.
Hospitals, all that. Yeah. The worst thing in the hospitals, though, it seems to be the cauterizing machines. What
And
they
that's
do,
why
they put you on a table, right? What they have is an electrode, so they run current through the table that runs through you, and then runs to an electrode they use to cauterize wounds with. So when they press that onto your body, there's a huge amount of electrical current being used in like an explosive manner, pretty much, sending out radio waves to create heat and cauterize the wound.
Wow. And that's why they wanted us to stay home,
So it's
because
like
they didn't
basically
want
like
us.
EMP.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
they didn't want us to see all the towers going up, so we had to stay at home.
yeah, they're irradiating us slowly. We're being cooked. You guys have heat domes now, right? Where did heat domes come from? Those are new. Just this year, they're new.
Yeah, yeah. And if you don't know what one is, Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Or
a
heck, you could,
stationary.
and you could show them on screen.
Yeah. And, they've been augmenting the weather since the 40s on a constant basis. So none of our weather is natural.
None of
No,
it anymore.
I've been
And I don't
studying
argue
that.
with my husband or anyone who says it is. Weather ain't real no more.
What's that, Dino?
I said I've been studying that one for quite a long while now.
Yeah.
A friend of mine gave me an interesting little book. It's actually just little stories throughout it. Advertising book comes
Mhm.
from, but the article was written in 1953, which is the year before I was born. So it was all about how they were testing and testing the weather with electricity to
Yeah.
cause certain effects.
Yep.
Put
Yeah.
particles in the air, put a bit of electricity up there. Next thing you know, you got to make it rain.
Yep.
Yep.
Now they're steering storms with it. I watch geoengineeringwatch.com.
Yep.
You should all look up that. Dan Wigington is his channel. I'll put a link to
Yes.
see if I have one of their emails at the moment. No, let me find that for you.
Mm. Yeah, some of these weather manipulation videos are quite pretty well done, and you can see the process that they're using, how they're shifting. Even they've got infrared radar maps that show you how
Yeah,
these
there was a
systems.
recent storm in the U.S. He shows how they steered it
Yep,
using the radar systems.
yep.
On YouTube, he gives you links to his YouTube channel in this website here, so you can go and watch his videos on the weather. He pulls up the weather maps with the radar on it, so there's no question about what he's talking about, and you can see you can see that they are pretty much steering storms, and yeah, they're really screwing with the weather.
Yes. Because they need it to look like their global warming thing is real.
Yep. So they
Yes.
created heat domes. I don't know if they used Doppler. I think they used what was called RadSat. Let me look that up for you. Apparently, it was RadSat.
Heads up, there's supposedly a giant polar vortex and, both heat and cold vortexes somewhere here on Earth. We might want to look that up too. I don't remember the details, but they were, throwing up their little panic flag.
No, that's not it. I don't think it could be. This is a space-based system. RadSat SK. Let me share this.
That's like an observatory, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it is a radio observatory, which is a radar system. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, they use radar for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And notice they're using a nice, calm, pretty picture as their cover photo, not
Yeah.
a horrible storm they created.
Like when they put in that, they drilled into the ice in the Antarctica and put pretty much a radio cube. It's a kilometer deep, a kilometer wide, and a kilometer long radio telescope.
Wow.
So how much energy, and they apparently have nuclear systems powering it.
Yeah. What do they do?
So how much energy can they pump into the Earth?
I wouldn't be if they have geothermal down there as well, right?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I heard they pumped it up with, nuclear, So HARP is active? Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they use all their systems. They use them in conjunction, right? To get the effects they want.
And so
They've been experimenting with a bloody thing for years, haven't they?
Where was it? Syria? There was a row of earthquakes. A perfect row of them.
Yeah, perfect row.
One after the other. It was like a machine gun firing off.
Yeah.
Second beer is open. Well, cheers. Everybody have a smudge.
Yeah,
See,
I'm going to take a puff here.
Yeah. The thing is, we have to hope for that we're getting our message out, and the people that are implementing this, those of you that are at the lower levels that'll be killed in the end anyway, like us, that you don't go along with this, And they do. They always take you guys out too. Those of you that implemented the death and destruction on the lower level.
They're lower level. They're being used.
Yeah.
You don't realize it.
Yep. The useful idiots, unfortunately, we call them, and it's a derogatory term, but it's apt, unfortunately. I'm just doing this for my survival. I'm doing it for my future survival. But unfortunately, you're being duped. Maybe a few of you might make it, but your odds are pretty low.
Right.
Your odds are better if you stand and fight.
Well, they are the ones that are handing over their weapons. So, yeah, they're definitely going to be victimized because they already know who's unarmed.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your history. They unarm you and then they come.
They're working on taking that out of the human hand and putting it into AI's hand, which is very easy to do at this point.
Yes.
I have to say, my room just got bombarded with dogs. I'm going to have to go. But I'm going to be listening in, everybody. It's been a great talk.
Hello, puppies.
Yeah, they're looking at any noise they can make. They're trying right now.
Oh,
So,
Oh, little sweeties.
their
They want
say.
to play.
Give them 2 minutes and let them have their say. I want to hear your puppies.
hold on a second. Let's see if I can see them.
Let's see if they want to talk.
There's one's chewing on the bone back there, as you can see.
Can they hear me?
No, because I'll
Oh.
really blast you guys. The male, he's right here. You just see his tail. I can see if I
Yeah,
can
I
get him.
see the
Come on.
tail
I
going. He's
see
a
the
fly
tail
away.
wagging, yeah.
Come on, come on, come on.
He's a happy dog.
Hello, puppies. Can they hear me now?
No, they never hear
Can you
you.
put me on speaker? What are your puppies' names? I know they can hear me anyway. Their ears are so good.
Little sweetie
What are the
dogs.
puppies' names? Tell us the names. That'll get them excited.
Okay, well, the one down here, he's the pit bull. He is Louis Louis.
Hi, Louie, Louie.
Yeah,
Hi,
and you can see
Louie.
my ponytail. And the one over there, the little boxer, that's Asia.
Hi, Asia.
Asia.
See that tail wag? Come on,
Yeah,
Asia.
we
Good
got to
girl.
do things and cook around the house.
All right.
That's what they're all talking to me about. So, but
Oh,
I'll be
yeah. It's
listening
time
in.
for food.
Who's
Thank you
next
so
up
much,
on our
Max.
list there?
Talk to you later,
We've
hon.
got 3 going.
Bye bye.
Oh.
You got
I wanted to hear from the puppies.
yeah.
Well,
They
they're
went
in there
talking.
because they want food.
Now our
So
puppies are sleeping.
she has to go get the food. And not just for the puppies, but for the whole fam. It's probably dinner time for everybody over there right now.
Yep, it's dinner time for Max too. So this was fun. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
well,
it. Thanks, guys.
As
thanks
always.
very much for having me up there too.
Thanks for coming up,
Yes.
Dean.
Yes. Love you guys.
All right. We'll cut
Catch
it
you
off.
later.
Much love. Have a good night, guys.
Much
All
love.
right. Much love. See you later, Max.
All right. Bye, Dino. Bye, Paula. They want kitties, cats. Yes, protect your kitty cats. The Haitian hordes, well, a small group of them, probably. All right, guys, until next time, don't live in fear. Keep your third eye open. Bye-bye.